Okay, this is how to disassemble, grease, and reassemble a jaw set for the Wheaton crimper. The first step is to remove the snap ring that holds it all together. This is a spiral ring, so you take a flat screwdriver, a small one, and flip it underneath the inside of this ring. There's a small recess that allows the screwdriver to get underneath, and then just work around, spin the jaw set, and the ring will bring itself out. The next step is to push the outer housing down and remove the inner housing, or the inner jaw set. Okay. This small pin will fit, key pin will fall out, and you also want to remove the adjustment or the release button that comes out of this small hole here. Set those aside. The jaws can be pulled off, compressed, and pulled straight off of the plunger like that, and then the support washer can also come off. This one's already been cleaned, it hasn't been greased yet, so what I would normally do in this position would be to take it clean. You can see the wear pattern, the shiny versus the dull. The place to look for wear is if along this leading edge, if you see copper, which is the strike below this hard nickel coating, that means that there's excessive wear in the jaws, and the plunger probably needs to have them replaced. If it's just shiny like this, that's fine. So you wipe that down clean. The jaws are the same. You remove the retaining ring and the garter spring, and you're left with the 4 jaws. And they'll typically be pretty dirty here, so you wipe those off real well. There's also, you can see the wear pattern there possibly, where you have the shiny versus the dull. And so again, same thing here. If you see any kind of wear in this area where you get below through the plating, it's probably an indication that the jaw set needs to be replaced or refurbished. So that leaves you all the pieces here. Once you've cleaned these, cleaned all the rings, to apply the grease. And we use a Dow G4500 grease. We'll grease here, a light coating on the cam surface where the first wear is. And then you can also put a small amount on the back sides of the jaws there, although they get some from the plunger itself when you mount them. It doesn't hurt to put a little bit, just a little bit there as well. Okay. The support washer goes on. There's a radius side that has to go up. I don't know if you can see the top side there. This side is square. This side has a radius and it's like a tapered surface. That's the surface that must contact the jaws when they're put back in. So that goes on like this, the radius side up. Then the jaws can be put on. This is a little tedious. For first-time users, it's kind of awkward. So like that, see, just put the jaws in and get the garter spring going into the slot there at the bottom. And so as you work around, just do 1, 2, 3, and 4 like that. The last one's always the most difficult. Sometimes it goes in like easily like that. Other times you have to actually pull the garter spring back with a screwdriver to get it to engage. The next piece that goes on is this retaining ring. Again, it's got 2 sides. The inner surface has a radius, the outer surface does not, and so this inner surface with the radius needs to go on first. So that goes on here. Before you put it all the way down, I put a little bit of grease in the bottoms here as well, because that is a wear point as well on this. Push that down there, and the jaws should spring out freely. Okay. Next, we are ready to put it all back together. So the first thing that you would do is replace the release button here. It goes on the inside. Oh, and again, it's a little tedious. On the inside through this hole. Gracious. Like that. Okay, and then you need to kind of make sure that you don't turn it upside down or sideways so that it allow it to fall out. So next, the jaws go in They have to compress slightly going through the front, so it takes just a little bit of pressure to get those to go. Say that. Oops. Sorry for my clumsiness. Okay, there it goes. This button lines up with the latch lever arm. The easiest way though is to line up this the circular key. So the dowel pin slides into this hole here and down. Okay, the snap ring groove is now exposed. The easiest way to get the snap ring back on is just by hand, to start it by hand and then finish it with a screwdriver. So just stretch the nose out like that, and you feed it down until it contacts in the groove on the inside. I don't know if you see that or not. So the leading edge is caught there, and then just come in with a screwdriver and push around the ring here. All the way around until it snaps in, and then it's finished. So that's the complete greased, refurbished jaw set. You can add a little bit of grease in this area if you'd like and move it down. There's a slight wear area. It's hard to get into that though. This can't be taken apart very easily because everything's Loctited together so it doesn't back off. But you can add a small amount of grease here as well. So if you want to do that. And then actuate it, and then probably wipe off a little bit of the excess that's there. Okay, so that's how you disassemble and reassemble a crimper jaw set.